I don't think body count should matter as long as everyone's tested and safe.
Okay. And then you guys over here?
For guys, I don't think it matters, but for girls, it does because, well, you're not praised for something that's easy. You're praised for something that's hard.
Yeah, I think shouldn't be good for girls to have a high body count. It definitely affects them on a level when it comes to marriage and pair bonding. For guys, it doesn't really affect guys, but yeah, I don't think it really matters for guys that much. I think it actually helps them.
Okay, so what's your body count?
I have a body count of 6.
3.
16. 2.
44.
Honestly, I don't even keep track. I don't know.
Over 100?
Listen, gentlemen never kiss and tell. Okay.
Okay, so I want to bring it back to the double standard thing. So you said that you object to a guy wanting a girl with a low body count if they themselves have a high body count, correct? So for example, Nathan over here says 44.
Mm-hmm.
But Nathan, you want a girl with a low body count, correct?
Yeah.
Why should you deserve it?
Why should I deserve it?
Why is it okay for you to go sleep around with everyone else?
Because it's harder for me.
And stick your, obviously not. Because, I mean, I got 3 and you got 44.
It's easy
for
for
her.
her.
So it must be just as easy for you. And even if it is easier or harder for me, it doesn't matter. Because the moment that if I came up to you and told you, hey, I got like 40 to 50 bodies, you'd be like, hell no, she's ran through. But you're just as ran through.
Exactly.
But nobody says anything.
No, he's not ran through. He's the one running through.
Oh, hold on, guys.
That's
Careless
exactly.
Spartan 86 donated $50. She doesn't want a man that has been a lot of women because those men would notice her scent isn't normal. That being said, as a person with awful body odor, try using lime towards the end of your shower. It's worked for me.
Yo, Spartan, thank you for the $50 donation through Streamlabs. By the way, guys, if you want to do your donations via Streamlabs, we have the link in the description. I'm pretty sure I get all of the donation. There might be a small PayPal fee, but YouTube takes a 30% cut. So if any of you want to start switching over to Streamlabs, it's just, if you want your donation to go further towards supporting the show, you don't have to. Super Chat is totally fine, but I figured I'd set that up for people who want more of their money to actually like go towards supporting the show. But Super Chats are totally fine. So were you about to answer
Regardless, me personally, I don't care, but I do think that it does matter. Because you're telling me you can go around and bust a nut in 44 females, but I can't go around and let 44 men bust a nut in me.
Yeah, you can.
Because I'm dominating them, you're being dominated.
But how do you know that I don't like being the dominant one? What if I choose to dominate them? Then how's it different?
That's not how male and female work. So
to
like,
you morally?
Yeah.
Morally? Because that's how it should be? Because that's how we were taught it should be? Or because you think it should be that way? Because me personally, I think it can go either way. I think if I want to be the dominant one, I can be the dominant one.
Have you ever pegged a dude?
I have not.
So
What are you doing later? Kidding.
Not you.
I'm kidding. Come on, guys. I'm asking for
a friend?
Shania.
Actually, can I ask you, what do you think
About what?
the double standards on that? Do you think it matters?
The double standard? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
What about it?
Do you think it matters? Do you think
Do I think there's a double standard? Yes.
Okay.
Do I think it's justified? Yes.
How
Now,
so?
Well, okay, so the first one, there's two sort of double standards that I can approach this from. There's the, ooh, it's fucking windy. There's the societal sort of double standard of guys get applauded for sleeping with a lot of women, women get shamed for sleeping with a lot of men. I'll touch on that one later. The primary double standard I want to talk about is the complaint of men who have a high body count preferring and wanting women with a low body count. So my question to you is, are there things that you desire in a partner that you yourself do not possess?
Can you give me an example?
For example, how tall are you?
5'6". I don't care about height.
You don't care about height. Okay. Well, do you acknowledge that most women care about height?
I do, yeah.
Do you acknowledge that, for example, maybe a woman who's average height would want a guy who's perhaps above average height or at least taller than her, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you have any female friends, maybe they're 5'4". They want a guy who's 6 feet plus. Any of your female friends want to date a tall guy?
I don't have any female friends.
You don't have any female friends.
do
Well, that's
not.
another conversation, but
Yep.
but okay. So you do acknowledge though that there
I
are
do
women
acknowledge
who
that
are
there's
short
standards of that.
who want a man who is tall.
Yeah.
So that me saying, oh well, it's unreasonable for, or someone saying it's unreasonable for a man with a high body count to want a woman with a low body count would be the same as me saying it's unreasonable for a short woman to want a guy who's tall, because you can only desire something in someone that you yourself possess. But we know simply that that's just not the case. I have a few more examples. So okay. A lot of women want a guy who's funny and who can make them laugh. I would say though, those very same women that want a funny guy are not funny themselves. They can't make a guy laugh. Not all of them. Some women can be funny, although I haven't met many, but here's a few more. Okay. Many women want a guy who's chivalrous, yet they are not chivalrous themselves. Many women want men who are strong, yet they are not strong themselves. Many women want men to take initiative, yet women do not take initiative themselves. Many women want men to chase them, but they don't chase themselves. Many women want men who are confident, but they are not confident themselves. Many women want men to ask them out on dates and pay for them, but they don't do the same. So, as far as this double standard goes, I think it's perfectly reasonable for men to desire something in a partner that they do not themselves possess. And that being a guy who's slept with a lot of women, I don't think it's hypocritical for him to want a woman who is more innocent and who doesn't have a high body count, because men value that in women. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you mean. And like I said, like to me, it doesn't matter, but I do know it's very controversial.
What's controversial?
The double standard when it comes to men having higher body counts and being praised, and women having high body counts and it being a problem.
Well, men and women value different things.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask. Okay. It's like, I'm trying to think how I exactly want to articulate this. So, would you date, let's say you're 40 years old and you're like a high-powered attorney. No, let's say you're 30 years old and you're an attorney, right? Would you date a 20-year-old virgin who doesn't make much, who's like a barista?
No.
Okay, what about you?
Just the fuck, yeah.
He said
Okay,
date.
Oh,
That's fine.
Nah, probably
Like have a
not.
relationship with.
No. Can you repeat?
Cynthia, I know everyone in the chat is
No,
roasting
no,
you
no, I'm
about.
not, I'm not bothered about that. I just like to.
I know you're getting a lot of proposals about.
No, I was just
a
coughing.
lot of the guys want to smell you, but
I was just coughing at the side.
no, it's all good. So the question is, let's say you're 30 years old and you're an attorney. Would you date a guy who's 20 years old, a virgin, and like works at Starbucks?
Yes, I really don't mind.
Come
Yeah,
on.
but that's
Stop the
mostly,
cap.
No. But it's mostly because I guess I want someone who works at Starbucks because maybe it means that he's hardworking. If he's there for Monday to Friday, 8 hours a day, that means he's going to be hardworking, and then he can help me with like work and stuff on the web, because that's a lot of work.
On the web?
Yeah.
OF.
Oh,
Does
on
it bother
OF.
you? Would it bother you because he's a virgin, or you don't care?
No. I've dated virgins before.
Well, I mean, you said you're more dominant, so I guess you're an outlier in that sense. What
But
about
I
you?
believe she said earlier she likes men with a lot of experience.
No.
Did
That
she?
was
No,
her.
I thought
that was
she-
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you said that you want to wear the pants in the relationship, kind of.
Yeah, I am someone who prefers to wear the pants in a relationship. I like deciding where to eat, and I like deciding what to do and
Sure.
stuff.
Okay. What about you? You're a 30-year-old attorney. Would you date a 20-year-old virgin?
If I was choosing to date someone that much younger than me, I would realize that when I was 20, I was probably also working at Starbucks and was also a virgin. And so I would have to keep that in mind and be like, okay, I was in his shoes, so we all start somewhere. So
Sure. Okay. I want to continue on the double standards thing. Would you guys, I know you guys are both 19, but would you guys, when you're in your 30s or 40s, would you rather date, actually, there's a better formulation of this question. It is something along the lines of, would you rather date a 20-year-old virgin, would you rather date a 20-year-old virgin who works at Starbucks or a 40-year-old attorney who's bedded 100 partners?
20.
Yeah, 20.
Probably the 40-year-old.
40-year-old?
40.
40?
20.
20. Okay, all right, sure, okay.
Stop the cap.
20, I guess. 20.
Okay, all right. So I want to bring it back to the double standards thing, kind of just to emphasize this whole, you don't always seek in a partner that which you possess yourself. So let me ask you guys a question. Would you be less attracted to a guy who struggled to do one push-up?
No, if he was smart.
You wouldn't be turned off by a guy who struggled to do one push-up. Like you physically saw him struggling to just
Yeah.
do one push-up.
No, I don't think so. If
That
he
wouldn't be a
was-
turn-off.
If he was smart, like, you know, some people can struggle to do one push-up.
Yeah, I
but
can't do
then
a push-up.
Maybe if he was in med school or something.
I mean,
or-
even guys who aren't physically active, like most, you have to be pretty weak as a guy to not be able to do one push-up. Like
Maybe most
you,
of the
you're on like you're in the
guys-
bottom 10% of strength.
I'm not joking when I say most of the guys in my engineering major can't actually do a push-up.
Have you seen them do a push-up? Like,
I've
have you
seen
seen
them
them try?
carry a grocery bag and they've struggled with it, so they most likely could not do a push-up.
Okay, so it would not move you at all if a guy was physically weak.
No,
It
but
doesn't matter at all.
no.
Okay, all right, that's fine. What about you? If would you be attracted to a guy who's like physically weak?
No, I like built men.
Okay, what about you?
Slim Bill is okay. I don't really care about physical.
Well, they don't have to be jacked, but like I'm talking one push-up. That's like just bare minimum strength. It's not even strength really, but
I mean, if they have other things going for them, then I don't really mind.
okay. This is a lot of cap, but okay.
Stop the cap.
Okay, what about you?
If they can't do one push-up, I would not be attracted.
Okay, do you guys want a guy who's capable of protecting you? Here, you two.
I don't feel like it's
Closer to the mic.
I don't feel like it's a huge deal because I never really leave my house. I am a really home person.
Well, even more reason. What about the home invasion?
She would protect him, remember?
I think
A gun.
How much do you weigh?
She would protect
Huh?
him.
How much do you weigh?
95 pounds.
Do you own a firearm?
Second Amendment, baby.
No.